What's up YouTube, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be talking about one of the best, if not the best, phone mounts that you could buy for your motorcycle, and one of my personal favorites, the Quadlock system. Now the Quadlock system you can get in two variations and two styles for your bike. You can either get a Pro mount, the Pro stem mount, or the standard stem mount, fork stem mount, or the Pro handlebar mount, or the standard handlebar mount, depending on if you have room on your handlebars or not, or your personal preference. You can go with either route. Now the big difference between the Pro and the standard is going to come with a blue quick release versus the Pro's black, and the Pro is made of a complete all aluminum body, so it's going to be more stout, more rigid, and then the standard is just going to be mostly made up of a nylon plastic. Now granted, the standard is going to be a little bit cheaper than the Pro, so depending on your budget or your needs, you can go with either one. Now as you can see in front of me, they kind of offer a wide variety of accessories. They actually have the kit itself, the wireless charger, and the vibration dampener. Now if you're going to get a stem mount or just a handlebar mount in general for your motorcycle, I highly recommend getting the vibration dampener, because if you don't, your bike kind of gives off a lot of vibrations while you're riding, and without this, it can kind of damage your camera or your camera internals. So I highly recommend getting this. And then obviously for the charging mount, it's going to be always to keep my phone charged up, because I'm always either running Spotify, navigation, or even my GoPros. I'll always be able to keep one of those charged at all times. Another great thing that I really like about Quadlock is they offer cases for phones, for a wide variety of phones, whether you have a Samsung, a iPhone, or even a Google Pixel. The mount is actually built into the case, which I really like, and it's kind of non-intrusive. It's on the back. It's not like most mounts, like the Ram mounts, where they kind of like grip onto the sides, or you have like the bungee cords on the side like that. It's really just not very intrusive, which I really like, and it's just a quick quarter turn and you're locked in. Sturdy, for spirited driving. Well tested, so it's one of my favorites. Now if you're like me and you have like a Samsung Galaxy Fold like I have, they don't offer a phone case, so what you can do is get the universal mount like I have here, and it is a 2.5 by 2.5 inch adhesive mounting that you just put on the back of your phone. And I highly recommend that if you get a case, off Amazon or wherever you go and get it, that it is made of a hard plastic or a metal, and it is really smooth, so you get that best kind of adhesion to your phone with the mount itself. But today we're going to be kind of installing this on a 2014 RSV4, so let's go and get into that. Alright guys, so we made it over to my parents' house, and we are ready to install the Quadlock fork stem mount on my 2014 RSV4 Aprilia. I kind of did a quick mock-up real quick to see how it was going to go. Depending on hole size mount, like I have a pretty decent size mount, like this is my finger. You're going to use either the small one that comes on it or the larger one. The small one's going to be for like a little bit bigger hole sizes, and then smaller hole sizes, and then the bigger one's going to be obviously if your hole sizes are a lot bigger. So it's all going to depend. And if you don't like, you can also take this completely off and use a small one, and if you even have a smaller hole. So this is what it kind of is going to look like when it's all said and done. It's going to kind of mount in just like that, and it's quick and easy, so we're going to get into it. You're obviously going to want to do the fork stem mount first, and then the vibration dampener. Then you want to do the USB charger, and then the actual mount itself. So I'm going to go ahead and real quick take this apart, and then we'll get back into it. Alright, we got it all tore apart now. So we're just going to go ahead, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Just set it down in there. It comes with Allen keys already, and a different size bolts, depending on, if, like, I had to use a larger one for this because I'm going to have a couple different accessories. And then obviously if you're not going to, you have a couple small ones. And then literally you're just going to straighten it up. We're just going to get nice and straight. As straight as we can, and just tighten down on this. You don't want to go too crazy because there's like a little tiny kind of like bundies around the actual mount itself, and if you go too crazy you might actually break them, so we don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and get this tight, loosen it up a little bit. Well, it'd help if I actually straightened out my steering wheel, huh? Yeah, might make sense. Loosen this up a little bit and get a nice twist on it. Sorry if you guys can hear my the heater kicking on. Let's loosen this up some more. And go right there. That should do. And then we'll just tighten this back up. Now once you get it snug, you don't want to go super crazy on it. Just get it till it snugs up, and that'll be fine. Like, you don't need to tighten it down super tight. And we'll fold this back, get a nice little tighten it up a little bit more. It loosened up a little bit on me. Go from there. All right, cool. That's perfect, I think. Is that how I want it? All right, we got it all tore back apart, and we actually got it started on. You kind of want this to be facing that way, not the other way like I had it. And you just want to obviously tighten this down until it's really snug. You don't want to go too crazy because you'll actually break the banding around the bottom of the mount itself, and you don't want to do that. Once you get it pretty snug on there and straightened up, you can kind of go on to your next part. Now, like I said, I end up getting the vibration mount dampener and the charger itself. This is kind of going to help with, like, kind of protect your camera sensors, because a lot of the vibration through the bike can be felt, and this will kind of help prevent that and any future damages to your phone camera mount sensor itself. So we'll just kind of get this on there as straight as possible and tighten down on that as well with the supplied Allen key. Now there's definitely, you can see there's like ridges here too, and they'll mount up. You just kind of want to move them till they mount up and they're nice and snug with each other. And flip that back, nice and even, so we're good there. And I believe once you get happy, like how it flips up and down, you can tighten this. Yes, you can. There is a bolt on the side that you can tighten down, and it'll lock this in place too, which is really a nice feature. So double check, make sure this is all locked down pretty well. That's locked down, so that's what I'm happy with. And then we can get on to the charging piece as well. Now, they say in the directions you want this to face down to your tank, and you want your wire up and around, just so, like, if it does get rained on or the water can dry out. I believe it's like IP65 or IP66 resistant, so it is going to be resistant to water to a certain point, but just to be on the safe side, straight up and down is the best bet. And I don't have a bolt
you know, and then you're just not going to bolt this on. You're just going to bolt this on top as well. And we're going to go to the left side here. But before I do that, they also sell different color quick releases. They sell, obviously the black comes with it. They you can get a blue one, or you can get a red one. I think you can get a silver one too. So I'm going to go ahead, pop this out. It's pretty easy. You know, it's self-explanatory. Take this out. The top's going to come off, and then make sure you don't lose this. So pull this out for now, and then you can kind of, I believe, just pull this right out. All right, we're back. So if you want to change this out, you just pull back. Literally, you have a couple different, it slides right on the back, and then you slide the new one in just like that. And then you get your little spring resistor. You put it back in just like this. So it's your spring action. And then stick this back on top. Make sure the quad lock is facing upright. And then we can put our charging port on. Slide this on there. Make sure that's nice and snug and straight and everything's lined up. And then we can just take our supplied Allen key and tighten this down. Now this bolt has Loctite on it, so you don't need to worry about that. And once you get it tight, snug it down. Like I said, don't go super crazy because you don't want to break it. It does have Loctite on it, so it's not going to go anywhere. And there we have it. She's on and ready to go. And let me grab my phone and kind of show you guys how this works. As you can see, I have the universal mount on the back of my phone. Most phones will come with an actual case, like an actual case specific to your phone. Mine unfortunately didn't, so I had to buy the custom mount and go from there. And what you're just going to do is push down on this. Let's actually push down and twist, and it's locked in. And it's pretty snug. It's going to move around a little bit, obviously, because of the vibration mount, but that's what it's there for. You want this to move and not your phone to vibrate. It's going to take some of the damage away. And now routing the wire is going to be entirely up to you. I'm probably going to follow my clutch line down through and behind and into my battery. So it's entirely up to you the best way you want to do it, but you want to make sure, like, when you turn your bike from side to side, you have plenty of room and you're not pinching it off, and you're good to go. And then when you want to release it, just push down on this, twist, and then off you go. Simple as that. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, phone mount for a bike. I've never had an issue with it. It's all high quality. It works very, very well. Quick and easy to get on and off, as you can see. Literally just in half a turn, not even half a turn, quarter turn, you're on. Press this, twist it back off, and it's back off. You know, this took maybe, 10 minutes, so it's not very hard to do. It's pretty easy. There's definitely directions if you need help. Other than that, the Pro mount that I have and all the accessories that I have with it are probably going to run you $150 to $200. And if you don't need any of all the extras and you just want the standard model, you can have it for about $100 with the case as well. So I'm happy with it. The only thing that I hate though is this is always going to be on. But I just found out that they do make all All right, sorry about that, guys. We're back. Sorry, we're a little bit further away, but GoPro died. But like I was saying, they do make a adapter, like a low voltage adapter for this as well that can go underneath your bike. And when you kill the battery and it drops below voltage, it'll actually kill power to this and it won't drain your battery. But then again, obviously you'll have to turn the key on, start the bike, and once it comes up past a certain voltage, it will reactivate this in order to give you power, and you'll be able to charge your devices. This is going to be perfect for, if you have a GoPro mount here and you want to keep it powered up, or like me, my GoPros are always dying. So you can always have them charged up, depending on your gas tank here, or just if you want to keep your phone mount charged at all times. So, if you're running navigation or you're on long trips, or you're playing your music, or anything that you would need juice for your phone or your GoPros. It's quick, easy. It's like minimalistic. Put it back on real quick. Oh, let me take this out. Put it on real quick. It's minimalistic. It's out of the way. It's not intrusive or anything. There's nothing on the sides, which I freaking like. It's perfect. I actually have the fold, so like I'm kind of curious how this will work. I'll actually be able to probably more than likely open this up and get a, if I wanted to. I mean, I probably am not going to, but I have that option, and it's quick and easy. It's a little tall. I mean, it is a lot taller because you're adding 2 extra things. If you didn't want the vibration mount, it'll probably be like a 1/2 inch shorter. If you didn't go with the charger, it'd probably be 1 inch shorter, so it'd be closer. It's out of the way of my key, which is nice too, and I like it. And then if I want to just take it off and get off the bike and go somewhere, I can. It's quick and easy. They also make mounts for vehicles and for home office too. So if you are interested in something like that, go on their website. I'll put it in the link description below, and then you can go ahead and decide what you want. But that's it for today's video. I'm gonna do this all because it's all personal preference on how you want to run it. I'm just probably gonna run it down and around and then back up. It's all gonna be personal preference on how you want to run it. But like I said, that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked the video, give it a follow, like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. I just got my tank back from my buddy, so we're probably going to be doing that next in the next video, or we'll be doing my rear sets. So stay tuned for that. Sorry that this video took so long. Work's been busy. I had to wait for a couple things as well. So, but yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.